let's listen into another voicemail, which is just fascinating. Honestly, this is a peak mental illness. I think maybe not mental illness, but just peak degeneracy, peak young like degeneracy. Okay, we have a girl who called in who sounds very soft spoken, and she just escaped from rehab last week with an individual who she describes as a Mexican dude named Jorge who bought her a burger. So let's listen in.
Hey Goblin, so I want to tell you about the time that like, escaped from rehab. This was actually, like, last week. I literally, like, just, like, ran out of the facility and, like, caught a bus with some, like, Mexican dude named Jorge. He bought me a burger and we smoked weed and shit. It was crazy. If you want to hear more details, call me back. But yeah.
Escaped rehab last week. Listen, I am a rehab alumni, okay? I have been to residential treatment. I've been in the psych ward twice. Fun fact, when you're a minor, at least in the state of Illinois, you go to the hospital for pretty much anything related, they automatically put you in the psych ward for an evaluation. So the first time I went, before I call this girl, just a quick story. The first time I went, they just let me out, right? Like I did my like week in the psych ward and then they let me out. They were like, we can't really recommend him for like residential treatment yet, Then I came back the second time. And that is when, for those of you who've seen my rehab series on my main channel, that is when I actually went to residential treatment for like 2 months, That facility was locked the fuck down. Like, sure, there was some opportunity to escape, especially when we go out on the walks, but for the most part, you couldn't just run out. So where the fuck was Shorty where she could just run out and hop on a bus with Jorge? I want to hear about it. Let's call her right now. Let's ring her up, dude. I'm drinking this motherfucking seltzer, dude. This shit's not bad, I'll tell you what, dude.
Hello?
Yo, you're on the Gobcast. You mind being recorded?
Yo, no, I don't. What's
Yo,
up?
I just listened to your voicemail and I heard you escaped the rehab last week.
Yeah, bro. It was like last Tuesday.
Phil, how long were you in rehab prior to escaping?
Like one day.
That's it?
I escaped that same night.
What?
Yeah, 'cause I've been to rehab like one time before that, and it was like the same facility. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I hated it last time.
What kind of facility was
like,
this?
I'm
Was
not
it like
staying
a
here.
like a residential place or what was it?
Yeah, it was like residential.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so like what I did was like they have like the bathrooms locked and shit until like a certain time. So I waited until like that night until they were like busy like unlocking the bathrooms and like getting everyone their like meds and shit. And then I just ran out the like doors because like my room was like right next to the exit, but like they have alarms that go off. And so I just like ran out the door real quick. I grabbed a jacket. I like ran out the door. The alarm started like blaring. It was like, what the fuck was that? But yeah, anyways, so like the alarms are going on. I like ran like through the fire escape, and I was like running down all the stairs, and then no one was chasing me. Like, like I didn't even see anyone like running behind me, but I was still like freaking out. Like my heart was pounding. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I was just kind of like walking, because it was like downtown where I live. And so I was just like walking along the streets after I got out. I was like running through this like empty parking garage forever too. Like I couldn't find the way out because like it was nighttime and so like all the exits were like locked. But I found another like emergency exit and I got out of there. And then I hid in a bush to like catch my breath for a little bit. And yeah, then I just kind of like kept walking. I made it to this like gas station afterwards too, and I like asked the guy in the gas station. I was like, "You have a phone I can borrow?" Because like I didn't really know what to do. I was like, "Should I like call my mom to pick me up or something?" But also I was like kind of scared she would just send me right back to rehab. So I didn't really want to do that, but I didn't know what else to do. And so the guy's like, "No," like I think I looked fucking crazy. Like I don't know. He probably thought I was like a crackhead or something, so he didn't really want to give me
Were
his
you
phone
wearing
or
like
anything.
normal clothes? Or did
And
they
so,
have like some like rehab attire?
no, I had like my like hospital bracelet on, and then I was just wearing like a like jacket and
Oh, the
shit, but I
bracelet
was
will
all like
do
out of
it.
breath, like
Yeah, that'll do
panting.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I went like outside of the gas station, and there's this guy like smoking outside.
Hmm.
He was so cool. His name was Jorge. He was some little Mexican dude, and I was just like, bro, you got any like water or anything? He gave me a Gatorade, and then he was like, you want to smoke some? And so I started smoking some with him, and we just like started talking. I was like, yeah, I just escaped from like rehab and shit. And he was so cool. And he took the bus with me, which looking back, like, I was so stupid. Like, I was just blindly following this random man I just
Hmm.
met. He was like, you want to go get food? Like, I'll take you to go get some food. I was like, sure, bro. Like, fucking idiot. He kept me safe. He kept me safe from all the actual, like, crackheads, though, so he was cool. He
And
bought me a
what time of
burger.
day
It was
was
the
it?
best
Like when you
burger of my
escaped? Was it
life.
middle of the night?
Oh, it was midnight. It was like 2, it was like 2 in the
Oh
morning.
shit.
Like, I escaped probably, like, at 11 p.m., and then, like, I was, like, going on the bus with this guy, and, like, by the time we got to the restaurant, it was probably, like, 2 in the morning.
Damn.
Yeah, and then, yeah, we were just chilling there for a little bit, and then I called my mom on his phone, and, like, thank God she, like, didn't end up sending me back to the facility, because she was angry at them for just, like, letting me leave. She was, like, screaming at them and shit. She was telling me after. So she just like took me home. She was like, all right, like you gotta promise to like stay clean. And I was like, mm-hmm. Like still like high off weed and everything, but like she
What were
didn't
you
know
in
that. I
rehab
was like,
for? Like
no.
what?
Oh, cocaine.
Oh.
But yeah.
How old are you? You sound
Yeah.
young.
17. I'm turning
How do you
18 in 4
afford
days. Oh, I don't buy it. I just like sleep with guys.
that? Yeah, I know a lot of. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I can't afford that shit.
Yeah, that.
Um,
Damn. So you just find the plug and you're like, all right, I need a fucking 8 ball a
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you
Yeah.
like
Or
still
like,
doing it, or are you clean now, or what's the scoop with that?
no, well, I'm only like I'm only like a couple days clean, but I'm not doing it like every day anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Like, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So with the whole
It's a wild night.
rehab scenario, um, you're like obviously you're still a minor. Your mom could send you back. Do you think she would do that again?
Yeah, probably. Like, she has like tests here at home, and so like if she tested me and like found it in my system, then she would probably send me
Mm-hmm.
back. But I've got like backup like little bottles of piss, and I just like microwave them she before she tests me, and I'll like hide them in my pocket or
That's
something,
crazy.
and then that's how I pass all the
And yeah, those at
yeah,
home
that's how I
tests,
pass
that's
all
more
my
than
blood
enough. You
tests.
can easily pass with that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Wow. So
So I'm all set.
what like what other consequences outside of rehab has your mom given you for drugs? Like, is she threatened to kick you out when you're 18?
Um, I don't know. Like, I'm not allowed to really like go out like on my own
Mm-hmm.
because she thinks I'm gonna go like meet up with the plug. So I have to be kind of sneaky. Like I have to like sneak out my window at night and shit sometimes. But I don't know. She's pretty lenient, honestly, for like what I was doing. Like, yeah, she's not that bad. I mean, obviously like freaked out because I'm like doing. I also used to be like a head, but that was more like when I was like 16.
You're really young to have like
So
done all of this.
I know.
When did you first start getting high on like anything? Like, what was your first time getting high?
Well, I started drinking when I was like 13, and I've been doing that like ever since. And then I first got high on like probably like 14, and then from there it just like escalated. Like I went from like coke, and then like I went back down to like, and then I did for a little bit, and then back to coke. And I also still drink all the time, but yeah.
Did you like not have any like hesitation about doing meth or coke for the first time? Because those are a pretty big like jump.
No, not really. No, yeah, not really. Like, I feel like I've always just been like, people will just like, I'll like snort anything or I'll like pop a, like, I don't even care what the fuck it is. Like, I'm just trying to like get high. Um, so, yeah, I just kind of, no hesitation at all, really.
Wow. You should be careful doing
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's very
No, I know. I mean, I'm
dangerous.
definitely smarter now. Now that I'm older, like, I'm kind of like, how the fuck did I not like die? Like, what the hell? But, like, I kind of think things through a little more
Yep.
now. Still not that much, but like more.
So earlier you'd mentioned that you've been sober off for a couple days. Do you like actually want to get sober, or are you just doing it because you have to?
Um, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think I have like that big of a problem with it. So, I mean, I feel like everyone says that, but like, I don't really feel like I need to stop. I think if I start doing it every day again, then I'll probably like be like, yeah, I kind of have a little bit of a problem, but I don't really want to stop. I think I'm okay.
Interesting. I mean, the tough thing is like if you don't want to quit yourself, it's not going to happen no matter how many times you go to rehab. Realistically,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
the unfortunate part. And like obviously, my take on it is you should stop doing blow, but it doesn't really sound like you want to or are ready to, which is like that's not that's not your fault or anything. That's just the way it is. And in that case, like rehab's not really gonna work if you don't want it. But like, if your mom sends you back, you're just
Yeah,
gonna escape again.
probably.
So, what would?
It was so easy too. Like it was surprisingly like so easy. Like now I feel like if I do go back, like that'll always be on my mind.
Yep.
So if I do get sent back, it's definitely happening again.
Wow.
Um, Also, like right now, I feel like it's harder to quit because I'm dating this guy. He's like 46, by the way, and he knows I'm 17,
What?
so that's a little weird. But like, he gives me free.
You're a
Yeah, he
victim.
gives me free though. Nah, it's
You're
fine.
getting no.
I
You
know he
are.
is.
You're getting groomed. You're actually real life, really getting groomed. Like even if you're
Oh,
like no, like I promise you, I know you don't get it right now, but I swear, when I was younger, I thought the same thing. When like I knew girls who were dating guys that were way older, girls that I used to do hella blow with and always show up with bags. You remind me a lot of the people that I used to hang around when I was in high school, right? And at the time, nobody
mm-hmm.
realized it because they were coming back with bags and it was all cool and shit. But like when you get a little older, you're gonna look back and you're gonna realize, holy shit, that guy was grooming me because I was being young and naive. You know, like even if you're down
Well,
for it right
shit.
now, you're still a victim. You should stop talking to that guy.
Okay, I'm not
I
going to,
know,
but you're
I know you're
right.
not. But in the future, you're probably gonna look
Yeah.
back and maybe you'll remember what I said and you'll be like, damn, he was probably right. You know. But
Then
it's okay. I know
yeah,
this is just a phone call, so you're
probably.
not going to actually like take my advice. That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's the magic of this show. No
Mhm.
one has to listen to me. You can just call in and
Yeah.
talk. But
Mhm.
I hope for your own sake you stop getting groomed by the 46-year-old.
Thanks,
You're
bro.
welcome. You're welcome. And I appreciate you calling in and sharing your story.
Yeah,
You
totally.
you have a
All
good
right.
rest of your day, and maybe in the near future find a man closer to your age.
Okay.
It'll be better, I
All right.
promise.
See
It
you
will.
then.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay. Bye.
Wow, dude. We've talked to some people that got problems today, man. 17-year-old girl calls in and casually slips in her 46-year-old boyfriend. Dude, what? That dude was 30 when you were born. What are you talking about? That guy has been filing taxes for longer than that chick has been alive. Are you kidding? Send that man to prison and send her to therapy. Dude, holy shit. What an episode. There's almost a 0% chance we get ad revenue today, huh? Okay. Let's just keep it rolling, man. I just want to play this next voicemail because I want to highlight the fact that this came in at 6 a.m., which was about 2 hours before I posted that we were taking calls today, which means that the person who left this voicemail just woke the fuck up today at 6 a.m. and decided, I need to call the Gobcast and get this shit off my chest. I'm not even going to call him back, but just listen in.
Yo, what's up, Goblin? It's Dino from Chicago. I figured I'd call in and tell you about the time I caught my homie's little bro sucking off the dog. Yeah. Peace.
I don't want to follow up on that. There's a fine line I draw in the sand in what calls I'm going to take here, and bestiality is like really far past that fucking line. But what I will say is it's just absolutely amazing that this dude woke up at 6 fucking a.m. today and decided that he must call the Gobcast without even knowing if we're taking calls today. That guy really genuinely feels a deep-seated guilt about that. It's the only reason I believe that. And with that being said, I absolutely don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't want to hear about it whatsoever.